We lock our toddler in his room at night, and apparently this is a little bit controversial. We transitioned so we have a toddler bed probably around 2.5-ish. But honestly, one of my biggest concerns at the time is like, what do you do with them wanting to leave their room at night? Our solution, my husband just turned his doorknob around. That way the lock's on the outside and we lock him in at night. I was telling this to someone recently and she was like, what would you do if there was like a fire or something and he can't get out of his room? I would do the exact same thing I would do if he was in a crib. I would march across the hall and go get him. That's what I'm not getting here. How is it any different than if they're in a crib? It's like a crib, but just bigger. It's their whole room. Honestly, if there was a fire and even if his door wasn't unlocked, I would still be going over there and helping him out of his room because he's 2. I'm not trusting him to safely evacuate the house in case of a fire. I personally think it is so much safer for him to be locked in at night versus roaming around the house. The thought of my 2-year-old being free range out and about the house at night is actually terrifying to me. My brain is capable of coming up with so many scenarios as to how he would get seriously injured. He's notorious for like pushing boxes around the kitchen and stuff so that he can see up onto the counters, and he does have his little like toddler tower. We've had lots of talks about like not touching knives, leaving things on the counters alone, but he's a toddler. They get curious. I'm not gonna be so naive as to think that just because we've talked about it means he'll never actually try it. He obviously still has a baby monitor in his room. If he wakes up, we hear him, we go to his room. If you're against locking the door, are you against a crib as well? Because how is that any different? It's also nice because when he wakes up in the mornings, he can just get up and read some books, play in his room a little bit, but I know he's not going to be like out and about in the house when I'm not awake yet or I'm not ready for him. It's also obviously not for forever. He's not going to be like 16 and we're locking him in his room at night. I don't know, what do you guys think? What is a good age to like trust them to not get out of the room at night? He's also not currently night potty trained. He wears a pull-up at night still. So maybe when he's able to like use the potty on his own, we would unlock his door in case he has to go to the bathroom at night. All right, I gotta know, does anyone do anything similar or are you guys like, no, you're insane? Anyway, I hope you guys have the best day ever and I'll talk to you later. Bye.